Hey, awesome kids! Are you ready for an incredible story full of faith, hope, and a special prayer? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into the amazing tale of Hannah. She was a kind and patient woman who had a big dream in her heart to have a little baby. In our story, you'll discover how Hannah turned to prayer to share her deepest feelings with God. It's like having a heart-to-heart talk with your best friend, but even more special because it's with God. Imagine that. Hannah's story teaches us about patience, trust, and the power of prayer. So, are you excited to join me on this adventure and find out how Hannah's faith and prayer led to something truly wonderful? Let's get started on this awesome journey together. This Bible story can be found in the Old Testament. God hears and answers our prayers. Elkanah and Hannah had no children. Hannah prayed to God because she wanted a baby boy. Hannah was sad. Elkanah tried to make her happy. Don't be sad, Hannah. I love you very much. Much more than lots of children. Every year they both went to the temple to give thanks to God. Hannah had something she wanted to pray about. If God would give her a baby boy, she would give him to the priest to be his helper. But Eli, the priest, thought she must be a drunk person. You should not come in here drunk, he said. I am praying to God, answered Hannah. Go home, said Eli. God has heard your prayer. Soon Hannah had some happy news. God has heard me, she said. We are having a baby. I have promised him to God. So, when Samuel was old enough, Elkanah and Hannah took him to be a helper in the temple church. Samuel grew up to love God with all his heart. Now, young Samuel was serving God by helping Eli, the high priest. But Eli had two sons who were very disobedient and leading the people astray. God rarely spoke in those days. One night, Eli was lying down in his own room. The lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was asleep in the tabernacle near to where the ark of God was. Then the Lord called Samuel, and he said, Here I am. Samuel ran to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. But Eli said, I did not call you. Lie down again. So young Samuel went and lay down. And the Lord called again, Samuel. Samuel got up and went to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. But he said, I did not call you. Go and lie down again. Then the Lord called Samuel a third time. He got up and went to Eli once more. Here I am, for you called me, Samuel said. Eli then realized that it was the Lord who was calling Samuel. Go, lie down. And if the Lord calls you again, say, Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. So Samuel went and lay down once more. The Lord came and stood, calling as before, Samuel. Samuel, and Samuel replied, Speak, for your servant hears. God told Samuel that he was going to punish Eli's sons for their disobedience. The next morning, Samuel was afraid to tell Eli what God had said, but Eli insisted he told him everything. So Samuel told Eli all God had said. Eli replied, It is the Lord. Let him do what seems good to him. From that time on, God regularly spoke to Samuel, and he became God's messenger and prophet to the nation.